everyone. Welcome to Shell Point today for Monday, July 27th. I'm Adam Brown. On today's program, Rita Southern will tell us about the assisted living tea and tours and how you can sign up for the next one happening this week. Dr. Carol Clark speaks with Heather Battey about a Health Connections class that she will host on over-the-counter medications. And Salon Spa manager Robyn tells us about a special this month that will put some dazzle and shine to your fingernails. But first, we want to remind you that tomorrow is the time to go treasure hunting. In Professor Adrian Kerr's class, you'll learn all about the Atocha treasure ship, which was discovered at the bottom of the ocean off the Florida Keys 350 years after it disappeared. The professor will tell us all about the new Spain that was to be built from the silver and gold of the New World. And we'll learn of the envious British Navy and pirates lurking in the Caribbean waters that sought to attack the Spanish ships loaded with riches. Pirates? Sounds like quite an adventure. The Academy class, The Loss and Discovery of the Treasure Ship Atocha, will take place tomorrow in the Grand Cypress Room of the Woodlands. Actor and TV star Alan Alda has written a book entitled Never Have Your Dog Stuffed. It doesn't sound like he's reminiscing about his days on the MASH TV series, but you'll find out for sure in tomorrow's Library Book Talk. Albert Myers of Genonia will be reviewing Alda's book in detail, and a group discussion will follow the presentation along with refreshments. That's tomorrow in the Social Center at 2:15 p.m. Don't forget about Wednesday's shopping excursion to Kohl's Plaza. It's time to change it up a bit with stores that are not on Shell Point's shopping bus route. You're sure to find a few bargains with this opportunity to shop at several retail outlets. Court pickups begin at 1 p.m. on the island, and the cost of the trip is $7. Thursday is your opportunity to learn more about assisted living during an informative tea and tour presentation at the King's Crown. Transitioning through the continuum of care at Shell Point is designed to be as seamless as possible. You may know where to find the different levels of care, but do you know when and how to access the support and services that you may need now or in the coming years? Resident Support Services invites all residents to attend this informative presentation by Rita Southern, Director of Assisted Living, where all your questions will be answered. Here's Rita now to tell us more about the Assisted Living presentation.
Hi, I'm Rita Southern, the Director of Assisted Living here at Shell Point. I'm here to talk with you today a little bit about an opportunity that Shell Point residents have to come and learn more about assisted living. Several times a year we host what we call our tea and tours. This is an opportunity for Shell Point residents to come to the Arbor or to the King's Crown, or both, to find out as much information as you might need or want about assisted living here at Shell Point and what your options are. These formal sessions allow our residents to enjoy an informational session, an educational session to start the day, and then a tour that follows shortly after that. A number of our residents have actually decided to come to these on more than one occasion to make sure that they're getting a good, accurate picture of what they need to do when they start to think about assisted living. One of my strong suggestions to our Shell Point residents is to certainly be educated. When should I start thinking about assisted living? Who do I go to when I want to find out more information? Or how does the waiting list work when I'm thinking about assisted living? At what time, at what point should I plan on having my name put on that waiting list? So these are all questions that we strive to achieve an answer for, provide you an answer for at our tea and tours. If you are interested in attending one or both of those sessions, the informational presentation is the same, it's identical. The tour is what is different. So if it works better for you to come to one and just have the tour, go to the other for both the presentation and the tour, it's your choice, whatever meets your schedule. We would ask that our Shell Point residents RSVP to 454-2077 if you would like to plan on attending one of those or both of those sessions. Another thing that we wanted to encourage our Shell Point residents is that if you have family members, children, your extended family, those folks, if you would like to have them attend, if they would like to have more information about assisted living, we're happy to have them be a part of that presentation and tour as well. You'll have an opportunity at both of these tea and tours to meet our case management staff. They are so important to that process of learning more about assisted living and accessing assisted living that they are there to host the event as well. So we ask that you as a Shell Point resident plan on attending one of these sessions if you haven't attended one before, and if you want to just attend and renew your information, then we welcome you to do that as well. I hope you have a great day. Take care.
If you could avoid going to see the doctor by treating common ailments with over-the-counter products instead, that would be a good thing, right? But if you are already taking other medications or have additional health conditions, what seems good could turn bad really quickly. Dr. Carol Clark wants to inform you of the possible risks to older adults in Friday's Health Connections class on over-the-counter products. Heather Battey of Resort Services speaks with Dr. Clark now about the class and why you should attend.
Hi, I'm Heather Battey from Resort Services, and today I am here with a special guest, Dr. Carol Clark. We are here to discuss her upcoming Health Connection program, which is very interesting. It is the next program, and it's about the products we use for sleep, allergies, constipation, and cough. And these are over-the-counter products, which I know everybody's interested in. So Carol, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for asking me.
Yes, I think this is definitely a topic that a lot of residents are going to want to hear about.
Well, it is a very relevant topic because everyone wants to avoid going to the physician for common ailments if they are able to.
Sure.
But what we're not as clear about sometimes is what we should be taking with the condition that we have relative to the other conditions that we have or the other medications that we're taking. Right. And sometimes things just don't fit together like we would think they should. And this is an opportunity for me to just kind of talk very generally with people about whether I should be taking that Tylenol PM or whether I should get that over-the-counter Ducalox or whatever. Right. And so I'm just going to try to summarize for people, if this, then this, and if not this, then not this. So hopefully it'll be helpful to them.
Right. Now I'm sure one of probably a common question is going to be about sleep.
Yes.
You know, what products are good to use for sleep, because I know that's probably one of the main concerns. As we get older, it's harder to fall asleep or we don't get as much sleep, so I'm sure you'll go over that.
I will. It's very easy to take a nap, but it's not as easy to get a nice, not long sleep at night.
Isn't that funny?
Yes.
Why is that? Do we know? Because a lot of times I can take a nap, and then when you go to sleep at night, your mind is racing, or you just can't settle down, or can't get comfortable.
Right, and each person is programmed differently, so we'll try to touch on things that what might help one person may not help another, but how to kind of pull those together and be useful to people.
Yeah, that sounds great. Now, what about, do you think that people, when we go to the store and buy an over-the-counter product, do you recommend that we check with the pharmacist based on our other medications or talk to the doctor first?
What's very, very useful is to have a pharmacist that you're familiar with that knows your medication regime so that you can actually show them the package and say, I'm thinking about buying this for this problem. Will it be a problem with any of my current medications? Okay. And many times the pharmacist is the first line helper in that decision. And if that's not the case, then probably giving your physician a call and say, I'm thinking about this problem. And even the physician's nurse or nurse practitioner could say, let's check with your current medications and make sure that's clear, because now with computerized listservs and all types of things. We can just plug in the name of a medication and have it compared to everything you're taking and give you a clear statement about it.
Right, right. And especially if you're on a couple different medications,
Yes.
they're all going to start interacting differently.
Yes.
So it's important to definitely be up to date on that and make sure you know what's going on.
And especially with as we mature, we tend to need less medicine rather than more. So
You mean the dosage?
yes.
Oh, okay.
So some of the patients that I take care of laugh at me when I say, well, now this is a pediatric dose, but this is where we're starting.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So just things like that I often will have people buy, like an allergy medicine that's in the pediatric section, so they don't become overwhelmed with the side effects until we see if it's going to work.
Right.
So there are little tricks like that can be helpful to people, and I'm going to cover some of those.
Oh, great. Well, perfect. Well, I definitely recommend over-the-counter products we use, and this is on Thursday, July 30th at 2:15 in the Social Center. Make sure you call the service desk and sign up. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
This month is quickly coming to a close, but it's not too late to take advantage of the specials over at the Island Salon and Spa. Here's Robyn Church now to tell you about this month's special that will have your nails looking great.
Hi, my name is Robyn Church and I'm the salon manager here at Shell Point. And I want to share something that we learned at the big beauty show, the premier beauty show in Orlando this year. This is a new system out by Zoya, so it's still toxin free. There's no toluene, camphor, or formaldehyde. And what this does is it's a nail corrector. If you like a sheer looking nail, a very classic natural looking nail, this is a beautiful system because it will neutralize any unwanted tones in your nails, and it also conceals any damage. It conceals if you have ridges and you see those lines from the ridges, it makes them disappear. It's really fantastic. There is some great before and after shots of what this product can do. And just to tell you a little bit about it, for example, the purple. Now, if you were to have yellowing nails, this is the one that would be used to counteract the yellow. It does not go on purple. It's very, very sheer, but purple on the color wheel will neutralize yellow. So that's why we have this one, and it makes the nails look beautiful and healthy and gets rid of that yellow. If you have kind of a nail plate that is a little too beige, we use this nice pink one, this light dusty pink one. If you have too much pink and want it a little more subdued, we would use the buff color. And when you're all done, your nails are gorgeous. It makes a big difference. It is featured in July. You save $3 on the naked manicure in July, so it's $20 for a naked manicure. All right, if you'd like to make an appointment, please call the salon. It's available at both the Island and the Arbor salons. Thank you and have a great day.
And now it's time to cover all of today's happenings, Academy news, menus, and Village Church connections. Right after this, listening to the Words preview from David Howenstein.
This week's 7-day program is a newcomer's edition of Listening to the Words. It's filled with the writings of authors never before heard on this program. A painter who puts aside her brushes, sits back, and admires the timing, rhythm, and motion of a fly fisherman. An insightful, award-winning look at what we like to call our snowbird visitors is written by a Southwest Florida 17-year-old. His students call their swimming coach Fish, this man who asked the question, why should a man swim in a pool when he could have an ocean? Listen to a sweet sonnet written by a friend from my home state of Washington, and a reminder that all groups of humans are and were always meant to dance. An introduction to a memoir written by a farm girl who married an African chief, and a child who takes the easiest piano lessons ever dreamed of. And last but not least, a short child who learned and then taught the lesson to love your child no matter what her height. And one more thing, thank you for listening to the words.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Happening segment of Shell Point TV. I'm Bev Chandley and this is Caitlin Van Scoy, and we're going to go over the activities offered for you here today at Shell Point. We're going to start with virtual bowling in the Resident Activity Center at 8:45 today. And then at 9 o'clock we have the men's round robin doubles tennis at the tennis courts of the Woodlands. Billiards will be at the Resident Activity Center at 9:15. And we also have a 9:15 Lollygaggers Paddlers group going out from the kayak storage area. Our last 9:15 activity is pottery with instruction available at the Pottery Studio. At 10 o'clock, our Susie Q boat heads to Matanzas on the Bay. You do need to sign up for those trips. At 10:30, we have Disciple Men's Bible Study Group in the game room of the Woodlands. At 10:45, table tennis playing clinic will be going on in the Tarpon Room. We have a Health Connections class at 11:30, Bar Basics. That's held in the Health Club and it's currently full. Here's Caitlin for your afternoon lineup.
Thank you, Bev. At 12 o'clock, we have Mahjong being played in the Sable Room at the Woodlands. And at 1:15, we have Advanced Table Tennis in the Tarpon Room. Samba the card game will be played at 1:15 at the Resident Activity Center. And another Health Connections class today at 1:45, Balance and Mobility Training Level 1. That'll be in the Health Club, and that's currently full. At 3 o'clock, we have a Health Connections class, Pilates Stretch. That'll be down in the Health Club on the island. And at 5 o'clock, the singles table is available at the Crystal. That'll be in the Crystal Dining Room, and no reservation is required. At 6:30, the duplicate bridge game will be played in the game room at the Woodlands. And at 6:45, it's the Monday movie night. The Thrill of It All, a 1963 film, that'll be in the Social Center. Make sure you join for a good time. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Terry Coleth with your Academy information for Monday. As always, we have Anatomy of Words meeting in the Oak Room of the Woodlands on Monday at 10:30, and we welcome everyone. At 1 o'clock, our Mahjong Part 2 Defense and Strategies course continues in the Country Kitchen on the second floor of the Arbor. I'd like to tell you what's new tomorrow: the loss of the treasure ship Atocha and its remarkable discovery with Professor Adrian Kerr, and that Apple iPad, iPhone walk-in clinic with Penny Modridge and other generous and knowledgeable volunteers.
Menus for Monday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is braised pork with oven-browned potatoes and asparagus. The dinner special is Old Home Cooking Night for $11.95, and the soup of the day is chicken gumbo. In the Island Cafe for lunch, the special is a grilled ham and cheese sandwich on rye with a cup of soup for $7.75. The dinner special is baked ham with stuffing and green beans for $8.75, and the Palm Grill is closed on Mondays. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm Andy Hawkins, the senior pastor of the Village Church, and I'm here with Janice Quinlan. And Janice has been our international worker in residence for this past year. And we've been delighted to have Janice work with us because, as we've mentioned from time to time, not only in church but also even in Village Church Connections, there are, for an international worker in residence, every about 4 years or so, folks come home to the States and then spend a year, and it's what we call home assignment. It really isn't a vacation, is it?
No.
So there are different things that you're required to engage in as an international worker in the United States, including what kinds of things, for instance?
Well, there's always some responsibility of speaking in churches, especially ones that might have had a connection with the field you're serving on.
I see.
So they'll assign you to certain speaking tours, and then to connect with people in the local church setting.
Yeah, of course, this is your local church setting, and so you've landed here and have been a resident right here in Shell Point, right?
Right. I live in Macoma.
That's great. Well, you know, we have had an opportunity to enjoy your participation in our church staff and in the various aspects of the life and ministry of the Village Church, and I'm sure that a time like this has also had an effect on you.
Yes.
and that there are certain things that perhaps you've gained or profited or simply learned during this past year that would be really encouraging, I think, to share with our audience today. And so let's begin by maybe you can share some of the things that have been important to you, having been a resident here at Shell Point and an international worker in residence for the Village Church.
I've really enjoyed being here at Shell Point and working with the Village Church, and thank you for giving me that opportunity.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
I've learned so many things and developed in so many ways throughout the course of the year. For me, it was a special joy to be able, first and foremost, to spend the year with Dean and Joan King.
Oh, I'll bet.
They are my greatest treasure.
Absolutely. Special people.
They are, and I love them dearly. So just to have time to enjoy them throughout the year has been a gift I will always treasure.
That's right. And you knew Joan and Dean and Joan before you came here.
Yes.
They've been very special to you before, but to actually live in the same community with them has been
Yes.
a treat for you.
Yes, I've known them for about 35 years.
Wow.
And we were together at Nyack many years ago.
I see.
And so to have this year together has just been a real treat. But I also made a lot of new friends and reacquainted myself with some people that I'd met over the years. And that has been really fun. I found this a very warm and embracing community. And I don't think of all the places that I've lived on this earth I've ever felt more loved as I have this year at Shell Point.
Yeah, this is a very encouraging place,
It
isn't
is
it? Yeah.
very, very encouraging. And I know that I will return to Thailand feeling more secure than I was when I came here. So I'm very grateful for that. They've been very good to me.
Well, that certainly has been our objective, to make sure that when you go back, then that you go back really refreshed and ready to engage in the things that God has called you to do. Yeah.
Yeah, and one other thing, I do feel like I have had a chance to renew myself. Although there's been a considerable amount of activity, there's been a lot of fun things. And my involvement in the Village Church has been enjoyable for me, getting to know people, enjoying this beautiful campus. I didn't realize how tight that invisible coil in my chest was until I had a chance to step away and have some time to just slow down and enjoy people and not have such pressure in my life. So I feel like that I have renewed myself spiritually and physically during this year, and I go back to Thailand feeling like that has been a very successful home assignment.
That's great. Yeah, I can really relate to that, because obviously when we're in the midst of the activity, we don't realize how stress can build up and what it even looks like until you actually get a chance to catch your breath in that way. And so we're delighted. We hope that it's been a refreshing time for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you.
good. Well, thank you for sharing this, and we're going to come back to this issue and the next time we are together in this program, because I'm sure you have more to share. There's a lot that takes place in a year, and we're going to look forward to even more conversations about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so thank you for joining us here at Village Church Connections, and we'll hope you'll continue to tune in and catch the next time that we spend with Janice talking about her year here at Shell Point.
And that's going to bring today's show to a close. Be sure to watch again tomorrow when Anna Smith of Finemark Bank talks to us about probate. Jeff Corey gives us a rundown of what to expect during Money Week coming next week. And we'll get another fit tip from Heather Battey and Melanie Brode. Until then, this has been Shell Point Today for Monday, July 27th. I'm Adam Brown, and from all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.